dark, screen. A faint sound of a cricket ball striking wood echoes. Then, a voice breaks in calm, but powerful. Some stories don't begin in stadiums filled with roaring crowds. They begin in dusty streets, broken dreams, and endless struggles. This is the story of Waqar Younis, the man who rose from nothing to become one of the deadliest fast bowlers the world has ever seen. Born on the 16th of November 1971 in Vehari, Pakistan, Waqar was not handed greatness. He was the son of a humble family, with no luxury, no cricket academies, no big city opportunities, just passion. Passion for a game that, at the time, Pakistan barely had resources to nurture. Young Waqar didn't have access to manicured grounds. His cricket began on rough patches of land, with a worn-out ball and a dream in his heart. People often laughed at his obsession. They told him, "What will this game give you? Focus on real life." But Waqar was different. Even as a boy, his eyes carried fire. Life wasn't easy. His father worked hard, but money was always short. Waqar often played barefoot, sometimes with torn shoes, sometimes with nothing but raw determination. Yet, those moments shaped him. Every delivery he bowled on the streets of Vehari wasn't just practice, it was survival. Then came the first spark. Waqar's raw pace caught the eye of local players. He wasn't just fast, he was frightening. His run-up was short, his action unusual. But when that ball left his hand, it carried venom. Batsmen feared the sting. Word began to spread. "There's a boy in Vehari who bowls like lightning." But dreams were fragile. Waqar knew that talent alone wasn't enough. Pakistan was filled with young boys who dreamed of cricket glory, yet only a handful made it. The path from dusty streets to international stadiums was nearly impossible. Still, Waqar refused to let go. He trained harder, ran miles every morning, bowled till his fingers blistered. And then, fate intervened. While bowling in a domestic match, Waqar's spell caught the eye of none other than Imran Khan. The great captain himself saw something extraordinary in this young boy from Vehari. Imran, a master of spotting raw talent, immediately knew this was no ordinary fast bowler. That moment changed everything. From the dirt of Vehari to the doors of Pakistan's national team, Waqar's destiny had begun to unfold. But little did the world know, Waqar Younis was not just going to be another fast bowler. He was about to redefine the art of pace bowling itself. It was 1989. A year etched forever in cricket history. Pakistan had just unearthed two gems, one with the bat and one with the ball. On one side, a 16-year-old boy named Sachin Tendulkar made his debut for India. On the other, a fiery, unknown 17-year-old fast bowler named Waqar Younis stormed into Pakistan's team. Waqar's very first test match was against India in Karachi. Nobody expected much from the youngster. He looked skinny, almost fragile. But appearances deceived. When Waqar charged in for his first spell, the cricketing world witnessed something terrifying. Raw pace, deadly swing, and a Yorker that crushed stumps like glass. In that debut he dismissed none other than Tendulkar himself, knocking back the middle stump. The world took notice. Pakistan had discovered a phenomenon. But what made Waqar different wasn't just speed. It was his mastery over reverse swing. At a time when the world barely understood this dark art, Waqar perfected it. The ball would come in like a normal delivery, and at the very last second, it would dip tail in and crash into the batsman's toes. He earned the title of Top Rusher. His partnership with another young speedster, Wasim, became the stuff of legends. Together, they were the sultans of swing, terrorizing batsmen across the globe. Where Wasim was guile and artistry, Waqar was raw aggression and destruction. By the early 90s, Waqar Younis had become the nightmare of batsmen. His action, slingy and whiplash-like, gave him late swing that no one could read. His Yorkers were not just deliveries, they were weapons. Batsmen weren't defending stumps, they were protecting their feet. But glory didn't come easy. Waqar's rise was also marked with injuries. The same aggression that made him dangerous strained his body. Stress fractures, side strains, and recurring back injuries haunted him. Many thought his career would be cut short. Yet, Waqar fought back every single time. His resilience became as iconic as his bowling. In the 1992 World Cup, Pakistan needed magic. Imran Khan's cornered Tigers were struggling. But with Waqar's pace and Wasim's brilliance, Pakistan stormed forward. Though Waqar missed the semi-final and final due to injury, his fiery spells in the group stages had already set the tone. Pakistan lifted the World Cup and Waqar's name was etched in glory forever. But this was just the beginning. For Waqar, every spell was a statement. Every wicket was proof that a boy from Vehari could not only dream, but conquer the world. By the mid-1990s, Waqar Younis was not just a fast bowler, he was a fearsome weapon. His name alone sent shivers through dressing rooms. For batsmen, facing Waqar meant one thing: pain was coming. Match after match, he delivered spells that left commentators speechless. His Yorkers became the deadliest in the world. Stumps cartwheeling, toes bruised, batsmen hopping in fear. This was Waqar's signature. In ODIs, he redefined fast bowling, becoming the fastest bowler to reach 400 wickets at the time. In tests, he averaged more than 5 wickets per match during his peak, a statistic few bowlers in history could dream of. Crowds adored him. His run-up, his slingy action, his roar after every wicket. It was theatre. Cricket wasn't just a sport when Waqar bowled. It was war. He didn't just dismiss batsmen. He destroyed them. And yet, behind that aggression was also respect. Many of the world's best batsmen admitted facing Waqar Younis was one of the toughest challenges of their careers. His greatest weapon remained the Yorker. At full pace, reversing late, dipping like a bullet, it wasn't just difficult. It was almost impossible to play. Waqar's Yorker wasn't about chance. It was precision, science, and brutality combined. But Waqar wasn't just about numbers. He was about impact. When Pakistan needed breakthroughs, he delivered. When morale was low, he lifted the team. He led from the front, and eventually, in 2001, he was made captain of Pakistan. Though his captaincy years were turbulent, he remained a fighter, carrying the hopes of millions. His duels with legends became cricketing folklore. The fiery contests against Brian Lara, Sachin Tendulkar, and Sanath, the world watched battles, not just matches. And more often than not, Waqar emerged victorious, leaving behind shattered stumps as proof. But perhaps Waqar's greatest highlight was not just the wickets, but the inspiration he gave to future generations. Youngsters in Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, and even Australia watched him and thought, this is how fast bowling should be. Many modern greats openly admit they modeled their Yorkers on Waqar. By the early 2000s, his pace began to dip, but his spirit never did. Even in the twilight of his career, he produced spells of pure magic. The cricketing world knew the boy from Vehari had already carved his name among the greatest. When Waqar Younis finally walked away from cricket in 2003, an era ended. He left behind a career of breathtaking spells, shattered stumps, and broken toes. But more importantly, he left behind a legacy. Waqar wasn't just a bowler. He was a teacher. He showed the cricketing world that pace bowling wasn't just about speed. It was about precision, science, and courage. He made the Yorker fashionable again. Every fast bowler who dreamed of reversing the ball at toe-crushing speed had one name etched in their memory: Waqar. His combination with Wasim became cricket's folklore, often regarded as the most lethal fast bowling duo in history. Together, they carried Pakistan on their shoulders, bringing pride to a nation that often found its strength in cricket. But Waqar's impact didn't end with his retirement. He stepped into coaching, mentoring the new generation. Bowlers like Shoaib, Akhtar, Mohammad Amir, and even international stars admitted learning from his methods. His wisdom became as valuable as his bowling once was. For Pakistan, Waqar symbolized something greater. He was proof that dreams born in dusty villages can conquer the world, that even without privilege, without resources, with nothing but hunger and heart, you could rise to global greatness. Today, when cricket fans talk about fast bowling, Waqar Younis's name shines among the top. He is remembered as the toe-crusher, the master of reverse swing, the man who turned cricket into theatre. But beyond all titles, he is remembered as a fighter, someone who refused to give up despite injuries, criticism, and obstacles. His story carries a timeless lesson. Life will bowl Yorkers at you fast, sudden, unplayable. But like Waqar, if you stand tall, if you keep charging in with belief, you can turn those Yorkers into opportunities. And so, the boy from Vehari, who once played barefoot with a torn ball, became an immortal name in the game of cricket. His journey wasn't just about wickets, it was about hope. It was about proving that heroes can come from anywhere.